Woo! We're live. Hello, hello, hello. Is this working? Yes. Cool. It's funny because I'm on my channel, my laptop as well, and it still says my last live stream is going. Scheduled. 3:03. Oh no, okay. My laptop is on East Coast time. Why is it saying it's scheduled? No, it should be live right now. Oh, that was freaky. Oh, this is so much better. Okay, so now I can see. Whoa, this is weird. Okay, I can see your chats on the side. Hello, guys. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful, fun weekend, being safe and everything. My family and I did fireworks last night, and I made some tomatillo guacamole for the first time, which is really good. We made Canada Day bars from Food Network magazine recipe, and some Rice Krispie treats with sprinkles in it. So I hope you guys had a happy 4th of July. Let's see, have you guys heard the news about the DCP? It is on hold for fall. So as of right now, they're not holding the fall program. Yes, Natalie, college program just got canceled. I feel bad for everybody, but in their email that they sent everyone, they said that they will be eligible to apply again. So what happened to people who applied? People who got applied and were accepted, they were told the program is canceled for fall, and they were refunded their program fees. So nobody knows when DCP will be back again. I feel like next fall it'll be, but honestly, like, we don't know because it's a 100-year pandemic, so it's cool. Oh, I'm supposed to go down and move in August 3rd, Natalie. I'm sorry. Well, it just sucks too because, like, everyone had their plans, and, like, maybe they weren't applying to different jobs, or maybe they didn't sign up for classes because they were planning on going to Disney in the fall. And, you know, I believe that someone can have two thoughts at once, that yes, they understand why it's being canceled, but also be sad and disappointed with it. I think it's okay to have two thoughts at once, but that's just me. So anyway, okay, someone just asked, how do I apply for the DCP? So if you go to disneyprogramsblog.com, can I comment myself? I can. Then you can apply for the DCP. Disney Programs Blog. Yeah, that's the website to find out all of the information. How did you do your hair? Like in this style, or just getting it cut? This is really easy. Just take 2 strands and wrap it over the top. It doesn't look great right now. I've done it way better in the past, but whatever. This is so weird because it's like not live on, I don't know, not live. Anyway, I'm trying to think of any other ready for guests and stuff. Fun with Disney during my DCP. Oh, 2002, that's awesome. I'm currently packing. We'll be back in Disney on Tuesday. That's awesome. I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope it's safe. Hope it's not too crowded. I'm assuming they're capping guests. Olivia, where is home for you? I'm from Northern California, so I don't know if you can see that, but it says UC Davis Aggies. That's a school outside of Sacramento. That's where I went to my undergrad at. And if you look back on this channel to past videos, I have a bunch of videos about being a student there. Do you think it'll be really busy in 2021 in Disney? I mean, yeah, I feel like the whole world's gonna be busy because it's like, ugh, I have so many friends who like had to put off their weddings this summer. Like, they're gonna have weddings. So now my friends who are already planning on getting married next summer, they're booking their stuff now because a lot of those people are now trying to like move to next summer. So I do think we're gonna have a busy couple of years after this. If you were to do the DCP again, what role would you want this time? So I was thinking about this, and I want to make a video on like things to consider when choosing a DCP role, specifically if you're more introverted or extroverted, because I definitely think that merchandise is probably the most extroverted role you could get, because you are asked to just go out into the world and talk to people and make conversation, even if it doesn't even lead to like a sale. So in the middle, I feel like it's good for introverts or extroverts. You can kind of make it what you want, would be like photo pass and character attendant, maybe even seating. But I think being a character attendant would be a lot of fun, and I think being a seater would be fine too, because I don't mind like short interactions with people, but I can't just go talk to people randomly when I know, because thing is, as a customer, I know like I don't want people talking to me unless I need help. So that just made me really uncomfortable then going to go talk to people, when half the time I knew if they were like me, they didn't want me to be there either. Eliana, are you married? No, I'm not. Not even close. What are all the DCP roles? Is any Disney job available for the DCP? So it is roles that are park operations. That's the Disney College program. Roles or more like management positions in the parks. But for the roles, it's going to differ whether it's Disneyland or Disney World. Disney World does have more roles available. Obviously, it's a much bigger operation they're running. And DisneyProgramsBlog.com, which I wrote in the chat, that's where you can find out all of the roles that are offered for DCP. My friends just got married this Friday, July 3rd. Oh, congrats to them. It's exciting. I'm at PSU. Not yet. It's taken me this long to convince my friends to go to a game with me, and we're gonna go to the first one of the season. And I have no idea what status is on like football and sports and all of that going back in the fall. I'm also annoyed because I was gonna go down to Auburn, Alabama, and see a football game in November. So it was gonna be a SEC, is that Southern? It was gonna be like a conference game, but I don't think that is going to happen anymore. So have not been, but once COVID is over, so the next year, I do want to see at least one game in Beaver Stadium. I'm not a football fan, but I think I need to go for the experience. Beaver Stadium is obviously the stadium at Penn State. During football game weekends, State in Pennsylvania, so behind Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, then it's us. So it gets crazy crowded. Oh, Reaver Reap 576, thank you for the super chat. Love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Amikosis, but I need to go. Have a nice day. Have a nice day too. Thanks for hanging on. Olivia applied to the international program in 2009. Was interviewed to work at the Canadian Pavillion. Didn't get the job, but the interview is something I'll never forget. It's like magical. You know, like my audition day was like the most magical experience I've ever had. Well, then once I got the job, there were experiences that I had in the parks with guests that are really magical. But the audition itself was just so fun and yeah, magical. There's no other way to describe it. So I could see how, yeah, even if you don't get it, just knowing that it's a good experience. Were you nervous at all during the college program? Yes. So my program started August 22nd. I didn't actually have training till the first week of September. It was weird. I had like a week and a half like off beforehand. And it wasn't until the beginning of November that I was actually very comfortable with my job. Yeah, I was very nervous because I was like, oh my gosh, these people have spent so much money. They traveled from all over the world to come meet characters, and like, what if I don't live up to that? So I practiced so much, like in the mirror at home, doing different like, you know, character motions, practicing my autograph. So yes, for like the first 2 months, I was nervous. So off topic, have you seen Hamilton on Disney Plus yet? No, I don't have Disney Plus. So I pay for the student Spotify that comes with Hulu on my parents' Netflix. My mom has Prime. So I use those streaming services. At this time, I just don't want to pay $8 a month or whatever for it. I know, I've heard it's so good, and like everyone does love it that has it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe once I get back to school and I'm in an apartment by myself, and can't go do a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping things come back, but I honestly have no idea if like my ice skating lessons will come back. I don't know if Pilates class will come back. So we'll see. Do you think it's worth waiting until 2022 for Disney? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's good to, you can go. Disney World is amazing, and it's someplace where, like, honestly, no one in my family would have gone to had I not worked there. And now that they've been, they're like, I want to go back. That was really cool. I didn't realize how awesome Disney World would be. So I think it is worth the wait, and it's surprising how much they have. What's your favorite Disney park? I love Epcot so much. I just love like walking around it, but you know, it really depends on the day. Every single park has things that I love. How do you think wearing masks is Disney gonna go? Do you think guests will be respectful? $1 million question right there. At this point, I don't know the guidelines. I'm assuming no admission without a mask. That rule, I don't know how it's gonna go, because we're even still figuring that out for, you know, as a teaching assistant, as an instructor next year at Penn State. What is my power in the situation? You know, can I tell someone to put on a mask or like leave? So we'll see. I have no idea what Disney's policies are, but I know that they have thought for months about this, and they're going to follow guidelines, and they're going to do what's best for their cast members, and, you know, no harm in wearing a mask, right? We got the Karens not wearing masks. What's your least favorite park? Probably Hollywood Studios, because I don't Toy Story Land, but even so, like, I like Slinky Dog, I like Fantasmic. That's all I really like in Hollywood Studios. So that park just, like, isn't for me, and a lot of people have, like, nostalgia with it from when they went when they were kids. The first time I went. So, yeah, I think that's how old I was on my program. So my videos, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who was your favorite character to hang out with when you worked with the DCP? I really liked whenever I got to spend the day with Piglet. Everyone is just so nice to Piglet, and so he works at Crystal Palace. That's where he meets guests. And so you've got Pooh Bear, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet. And Piglet is rarely anybody's favorite, so they like want the interaction with the other characters, but they're kind of just like really low-key about Piglet. And so it was nice because I found that I often was able to make really good time in going around the tables, and so then if there was someone that liked Piglet or a little kid that wanted to play for a minute or an interaction that was taking longer, like I had that availability to take like a couple of minutes and interact, because he was so low-key on everything else. And also what helps a lot, I think, too, is we know Piglet's personality type is like, he's anxious, he's scared of everything. So people treated Piglet like he was anxious and scared of everything, which means they're not gonna like punch and kick like they do to Donald and Mickey Mouse. My dad ate pork. I know, I was constantly getting told that I was getting eaten. I was about to get eaten. Scarlett, I've only been to Disneyland and California Adventure. I might not even get to ride Splash Mountain before they change it. I hate quarantine. Honestly, I'm pumped for the Splash Mountain reboot. I think the Tiana theme is going to be so much fun. Like, oh, I think it's going to be so much fun. So I've only ridden Splash Mountain once at Disney World. I don't like water rides. And even on that, it was like, okay, cool. I see how this is like, you know, Critter Country themed, or like, you know, I don't know, because it's in Frontierland at World. So I can see how it like fit the theme, but it's not really like Disney. So I'm excited for it to be Disney, have Tiana, have the music. I think it's gonna be so cool, especially after seeing like the Frozen ride, how they did that. I think I think the Imagineers are so creative. They've been working on this for a couple of years. It's not a new thing. So I'm really excited to see how it is. To be honest, I feel bad for Donald, and that's why he's my favorite. I know, that's kind of how I got too. I was like, wow, Donald's kind of, I don't know, as I got to know him more, I was like, I like this little duck. He's fun. Why do people want to kick Mickey? It's so mean. I have no idea, but parents think it's really funny when their children are kicking, stomping on, punching, pulling, hitting characters. I don't know why they think it's cute and funny, but they do. So that's a thing. I have been chased around half of a restaurant before because two little boys were like punching me, and the parents just laughed and thought it was funny. So it's a weird question. Disney should totally make a Disney Channel park. Oh, okay. First I read Disney Parks Channel, and I was like, oh, okay, like what they play in the hotels. But Disney Channel Park, that would be, I wonder what they would do. See, I think it's so hard because it changes. So like my generation of stuff is like on the tail end of like Lizzie McGuire, but then we got Hannah Montana, Sweet Life, Wizards of Waverly Place, Good Luck Charlie at the beginning, and then that's kind of when like I phased out of Disney Channel. But then after that, I was like, what, Jessie, Dog with a Blog, Ants. So I think it would be hard to maintain that park, but it would be interesting to see if they could incorporate that somehow. When do you think Disneyland's going to reopen? Don't they have a July 15th opening date? They've said the dates. Obviously subject to change. And who knows, Governor Newsom might. Let's see. Disneyland. Does anyone know? Oh, it got canceled? Oh yeah, Governor Newsom. Okay, so it's gonna open July 9th. So I have no idea when it's gonna. No idea. Yeah. Steph, I have a Lego Disney World Mickey and Minnie Mouse figures. Fun! Will you publish your academic writings? Yes, so if you follow my other channel, Livy's Grad School Vlogs, you guys know that I'm a graduate student. Part of being a graduate student is trying to do research, like, what is that called? Unique research, and try to get it published in an academic journal, and that can help you like in the job market and stuff. Like they want research to be produced and like to get out there and help inform the world on stuff. And so I'm currently editing down my thesis to try to submit it to a journal. I'm almost done editing it. I got it, the max is 35 pages, so I just got it down to 35 pages. So yes, I'm going to try to get that published, and I'm working on a couple other studies as well that I'm excited about. So stuff in the pipeline, nothing published yet. When I was 10, I was trying to convince my little cousin, sorry, I'm like reading my script right here. When I was 10, I was trying to convince my little cousins to engage in many characters. I gave Winnie the Pooh a huge hug, and I accidentally knocked him over. I felt so bad and embarrassed. Aw. I mean, when it's generally an accident, like, they understand. Don't worry about it. Mickey should be allowed to put kids in timeout if they hit, punch him, kick him, anything. I agree. Like, there's a difference between just being, you know, a good host and letting people, you know, hurt you. Was it scary the first time someone was rude to you? I'm sure it was. On my first program as a performer, I didn't really have that. People are usually really, really happy to see the character, so I didn't have to deal with angry guests ever. If anything, they might have been angry at the attendant a few minutes before, but they like meeting the character, so I didn't really deal with rude guests other than guests who like physically hurt me. And then on my second one, when I was merchandise, that is more when people were rude, and it was really weird, especially because I've been working on being like assertive and confident and all of that, and then I'm now put in the situation where I can't like talk back or stand up for myself. So that was interesting to try to navigate, like, okay, how do you just like, I don't know, not internalize this and just be like, okay, whatever, they're having a bad day. Yeah. You love my tank top, thank you. I got it at, oh God, I got it a few years ago and I don't remember, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea of what you want to research after you're done with grad school? Not yet. My research interests keep changing, so I'm interested right now in like body image and online stuff, influencers, mental health, and like mental health influencers, how they can promote it, or if what they air actually like prevents people from wanting to seek treatment and stuff. Sometimes people post like their breakdowns of them crying, and so I'm really curious to actually do an experiment and see like, okay, are people now really turned off and think you gotta be crazy to go see a therapist? I'm also interested in like online dating. So my research interests keep changing as I'm growing. I'm doing an internship this summer with a company that does story research. So looking at like characters' personalities and like what makes a story engaging, things like that. So that's been pretty fun too. What's your best Disney tip that not many people know? Aww. That's a good one. Because I have several videos of tips that I feel like are good tips. One, I actually learned this from someone else, is if your schedule's flexible, so people have until like 11:59 the night before to cancel reservations. So if you want, for dining, so if you want to get a dining reservation for somewhere that's always booked out, like Be Our Guest, if you wait up till midnight the night before, like those first 5 minutes, you may be able to snag a reservation. So that's gonna be very much if you like don't have plans, or it's okay if your plans are flexible, but that is one tip for booking dining reservations. Some of your comments are really funny. Random thoughts. I just deleted that. Okay, I bought your book last night, just started reading it. Thanks for the info. I didn't know as much as I thought I did. Keep up the great work. Thank you. So yeah, that's the thing. Like my book, it's a quick start, the basics that you need to know to start a YouTube channel. One of my friends wants to start a YouTube channel. She was like, hey, can we Zoom for a minute and, you know, give me advice on stuff? And so I started telling her things that to me are like just the very basics. You need this to like get off the ground. And it was a lot of information. And so I started just writing an outline for her, thinking it'd be like 3 pages. And then it turned into this like 40-page ebook. So it's definitely just like if you want to start, here are the very basics you need to keep in mind to get your channel out there, to get, you know, your voice heard, all of that. I have watched, I'm not kidding you, thousands of hours worth of videos, live streams, listened to podcasts, attended webinars, all of that to learn all this stuff. So yes, you can totally learn this on your own. And some of my favorite channels are Sunny Leonarduzzi, Think Media, Gary Vaynerchuk has a lot of he puts out a lot of free content on his social media platforms where you can learn this stuff. But if you want it immediately in one place, then that's what the book really is for. Once at Be Our Guest, we were able to get a reservation, although that might have been due to our disability pass. So yes, sometimes places just do have openings, so that is always worth a shot. Just walk up and see. But that is one of the restaurants that typically is booked like 6 months out. But always worth asking the restaurants when you go, because things happen. Is there an ice rink with open ice around Disney? Love your entrepreneurial adventures and your passion for education, YouTube, and Disney. Thank you so much. I have no idea if there's an ice rink with open skate around Disney. I feel like there's gotta be one because I've seen my friends in Orlando go ice skating. So I don't know how close it is to Disney, but I feel like there's one in the Orlando area. If you're allowed to hang out with all of them out of the Fab Five, what was your favorite character to hang out with? From the Fab Five, I think Minnie Mouse was my favorite to hang out with from the Fab Five, because again, people are just so nice to her and just compliment her all day long, and treat her more gently because she is a female, compared to, again, Donald and Mickey. So yeah, I liked that. I liked that. Several of you mentioned that in my last video where I did the reaction, and we'll get off in a couple of minutes, like 5 more minutes. But in my last reaction, there was a scene where Pluto was chasing a boy, and then a mom like grabbed him and then was like pushed him over and like yelled at him and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's rude. He was just chasing him like for fun. A lot of you mentioned that no, he actually wasn't chasing him for fun. The kid like pulled Pluto's tail and he got mad, so he was like running at him and stuff. And that's when the mom like intervened. So I see where Pluto is coming from. I see where the mom is coming from. I'm gonna be a cast member when I'm older. I'm 15 at the moment. Yes, definitely. And this is great because you gotta wait a couple years anyway, and it's gonna take a couple years to get back to normal, I feel. Did you work at any resorts during the DCP? What was your favorite hotel experience? So I worked in resorts in terms of I did some character dining in resorts. Yeah, I never did any resort shifts for merchandise, but I worked in Contemporary at Chef Mickey's and in Polynesian for Ohana breakfast. I think those are the only ones. There was another one that was, it's out of Epcot, maybe Four Seasons, I don't know. There's one like really fancy one where Minnie wears like real, like Ray-Bans, Barney's, I don't know, some sort of sunglasses, but I guess they're like really expensive. And it's like really like swanky dining, but the call time was always so early that I would literally have to call the bus service and get a special, like, hey, can someone please pick me up? Because I can't get to, like, the buses weren't running to Epcot at that time. So it was too much of a hassle for me to try to work those shifts. So I would always trade those shifts for something else. And then my roommate, Jordan, she worked in Saratoga Springs. I know Ryder has done merch in Grand Floridian. I feel like Jordan's worked somewhere else, but maybe not. Maybe she's, I don't know, maybe Key West, maybe not. But yeah, so she did a bellhop there. No, bellhop services? I don't know. What is your favorite Disney resort in general? I love the Grand Californian, or California Grand Hotel, Grand California Hotel. Whatever one's at Disneyland, I love that one. It walks right out into California Adventure. Super magical. We went, the first year was open, so my family was actually the first ones to stay in our room. The first time we went to Disneyland when I was, 7, I think. Yes, I was turning 7, 2nd grade. So, no, yes. Sorry, 2nd grade we went, and so that was really cool. So I love that hotel, and we always would go around like Christmas time, so it's decorated really pretty. And then in the other place I worked, Disney World, I don't know if I have a favorite resort. I haven't, I like the outside of like Yacht and Beach Club. I think it looks cute, and I love that it's right next to Epcot as well. Have you ever stayed at Grand Floridian? Thoughts on the wedding pavilion there? Never been to Grand Floridian. The wedding pavilion, I think it's so cool that they do weddings there. I think it's a lot. It costs a lot, but I mean, people still book it out. So like, go Disney, you do you. I have totally looked at the like Disney weddings website, and you can like book your whole wedding. You can see how much it costs. You can see your budget. You can try the different like venues around the park. There's lots of places in Epcot. It's super fun. I highly recommend it. It's also fun because you can like, I don't know, choose like character pop-up, and choose like your catering if you want like live music and like all of this stuff. And you can just see how much it costs to do that at Disney World. So I think that's really fun to do. So Grand Floridian's your favorite hotel? Awesome. Yeah, I've never even been inside the Grand Floridian. So bad. I keep meaning to go inside, but Just didn't. Just did it. Can you react to more Disney fails, please? They're so funny. Oh my god, it was so funny. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It only has like 10,000 views, so not as popular as the other reaction videos, but it was fun. I thought it was a very fun video. So yes, I'll probably do another one. Are you still working for Disney? No, I'm not. So I did the college program in fall 2016 and then in summer 2018. So they were, since it was the internship, there was a specific start and end date. And now I go to graduate school at Penn State. Yes. You get to stay at the temporary on your next trip to Disney. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy that. Do you watch any animated Disney shows, DuckTales, Amphibia, etc.? No, I do not. I know the theme song to DuckTales, but that's about it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave soon. One more question. Are you going to do another DCP? No, I am not. Yeah, I've done 2. I'm a PhD student now. I just have other, you know, I have classes to take. I have to stay next summer and do classes. I'm going to start like teaching classes and all of that. So now it's kind of looking for internships that are going to more further my career, specifically in research and academia and all of that. But good question. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for half an hour. I hope you guys have a great week. Congrats to the giveaway winners. That is in the other live stream I did right before this. It's like 4 minutes long. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep your room out loud. Check out my book. It's on Amazon, and you don't have to have a Kindle to order the ebook. There are Kindle apps for like phones and like other tablets. If you're interested in that. Also on Teespring is where my mug collections are. So, yes, if you want one of those mugs, they're cute. I got one. It's just like a small little mug. It's at my apartment though, in Pennsylvania. So it's not with me now, but they're cute. Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep streaming out loud, and I will see you guys next time.